Okay, this is the last review, the volume and surface area review homework. I did not go over this in class, and some of you figured out how to open your email and check a link, so I go ahead and work it out for you. So, most important thing, name the figure. This is a prism. It has a base of a trapezoid, so I'm calling it a trapezoidal prism. The reason we name the figure is so that we can figure out the formula, and we're finding both the surface area and volume of a prism. So surface area of a prism, 2b plus pH, or add up all the sides, and the volume of a prism, capital B times H. So it says to draw the net. I am not going to draw the net for you right now, just to get this video in on time. So the volume is the capital B area of the base times the height. The base is a trapezoid. So I'm just taking my time here, making sure my formulas are lined up. And the height is if we were to set this thing on its base. So this is the height. The height is 14. There's kind of two heights in this problem. So the area of the base would be 1/2 base 1, which is 12, plus base 2, which is 5, times the height. And I'm sorry, my thing here is focusing all crazy on this. The height being the height of the trapezoid in this case. So the trapezoid is, you can't see it on your screen there, over here, 6.1. So I have 1/2, 17, 6.1, 14. You can multiply together. The nice thing is, for surface area, I have two trapezoids. I already found that, which is this right here. Whatever that number is goes right here, plus the perimeter times the height. And if you don't like to use that formula, you can just add up the 4 rectangles from your net. The perimeter of the trapezoid, though, is 7 plus 5 plus 7 plus 12. If I take that times the height, the overall height of my prism. And the reason why that formula works, if you haven't seen this yet still, there's 4 rectangles. One of them is 14 by 7. One of them is 14 by 5. One of them is 14 by 7. One of them is 14 by 12. Distributive property. So if you want to, you can add the base twice and then all 4 rectangles, or you can use the formula. Okay? I want to take a look at both of these kind of at the same time. And these are pyramids because they have triangular faces. And the pyramid's formula for volume is straightforward. But for area, you can only use the shortcut formula for surface area of a pyramid. You can only use it if it's a regular pyramid. And so regular means that we know the area of the base. So the surface area of a pyramid B plus 1/2 PL. And so B, again, capital B is always the area of the base. P is the perimeter of the base. So 7 times 4, that's 28. And L is the slant height. Okay, you need the slant height for surface area because that's the height of the triangle of faces. So you make a little right triangle there. And I know this is 3.5 and this is 8. So to find L, L squared equals 3.5 squared plus 8 squared. Add those, take the square root, and that's what's going to go right here. Okay, so you can use the shortcut formula there. I'm not going to do the volume because we already got the area of the base. The They gave us the height is 8. It'd be 7 times 7 times 8, 1/3 of that. Okay? Volume in general is a little bit easier. For this one, I'm going to draw the net because this is 8 by 6. So the inside here is 48. So the base is 48. I have that. But then I have different triangles. These outer triangles are not the same as these inside ones. And I don't have the slant height for either of them. So I need to find the slant height this way. I'm going to call it L1. And that goes here. So L1 squared is 4 squared plus 7 squared. And when you take the square root, that goes right here. So that's 1/2 base times L1, and that's the triangle there. There's 2 of those, so you can add it twice or know that if you take a half twice, the half just goes away. Plus, then I have this other slant height going this way. This is 3 and 7. Call that L2. L2, I don't know why I'm writing 2 up there, squared equals 3 squared plus 7 squared. And when you get that, it's going to go here. Well, the area of that triangle is 1/2 8 times L2. And there's 2 of those, so 2 times a half is just 1. So to find the surface area, I'm just taking those. And you can change those to decimal when you're working it out. Show your work. Okay? Don't know how much time I have here. I'm just going to talk about the back page. So any circular shape, just make sure you have the radius. Sometimes they give you the diameter. Those are pretty much find the formula, plug it in, go. But when we're going from a net back to a 3-dimensional figure and you have to find the name, look for the bases. The bases are triangles. So this would be a triangular prism. Be careful, if the faces are rectangles and not triangles, it's not a pyramid. And then you already have a really nice net. I would suggest finding the surface area by just adding up the stuff that's here. So 7.2, this is 7.2 by 8.1. This is 9 by 8.1. And this is 4.5 times 8.1. Then you add half base times height, half base times height. Get your surface area. This one is all rectangles. It's a rectangular prism. The faces are all rectangles. So you can just add them up as they are. Okay? And kind of working backwards on this, this has 2 circles, which gives you a hint that it's a cylinder. To draw a cylinder, the best way to draw it is to make 2, these are called ellipses, and just connect the sides and then put your labels on. So your height's 30, your radius is 10. There's only 2 measurements there that you can use. So hopefully that helps you with these. There's 3 questions on the test that are directly related to this. And each one of them is 4 points because you have 4 different things they're asking. And so that's a good chunk. Pretty important.